The second man to walk on the moon in July of 1969, Buzz Aldrin has now written a book about his adventures in space. Aldrin gathered recently with the old guard at NASA to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the lunar landings on board the recovery ship near San Francisco. SNN Local News 6 reporter Charles Brown joins us now with a look at who else was there for the reunion. Charles.
Well, Lauren, among those journalists who covered the space program is one who now lives just a few miles down the road.
Interview after interview.
Don Blair is a former news reporter with the NBC radio network. Now living in Venice, his work includes coverage of the manned space program and, most importantly, the Apollo 11 moon landing. Blair was in Alameda, California recently to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Apollo 11 and the people who made it happen, including Clancy Heidelberg, known as the Big Swimmer.
He is the man who knocked on the door of the command module floating in the Pacific saying, "Gentlemen, are you ready?" The hatch opens and he throws in those 3 biological isolation garments, BIGs. That's why they called Clancy the Big Swimmer.
The reunion was held on board the USS Hornet, the recovery ship for Apollo 11, now moored across the bay from San Francisco.
And here is the great gray girl herself, the wonderful USS Hornet.
Those attending the celebration included Buzz Aldrin, the second man to walk on the surface of the moon. Aldrin has written a book about his adventures in the space program, and Blair came away with a signed copy.
I've met probably a half a dozen men who have been to the moon. They're all great gentlemen, but approachable. This man is a reporter's dream. You know, no matter what you ask him, he will give you a decent, full-bodied answer.
For Blair, this was the assignment of a lifetime in which reporters were swept up along with everyone else.
There's a kinship here, Charles, and these reunions are going to go on every 5 years. And if I'm still here in 5 more years, that's where I'll be again.
Blair has written his own account of the space program entitled Splashdown. He's also working on a book about NASA's technological contributions entitled Thank You, NASA.
And Lauren, you know, a lot of the astronauts are highly educated. Buzz Aldrin graduated from West Point in 1951. He later earned a PhD in astronautics from MIT. So these astronauts had a lot of up here.
All right. Thanks, Charles. Charles Brown reporting for us.